We've talked about concept to concept teaching. We've seen what the elementary stages are as Max Camp lays them out, which is in a free handout for you on Top Music Marketplace. Glad to see that a number of you have taken advantage of that. Hope that's helpful to you. Please don't feel you have to use those 6 to be an effective teacher. You just need to know what your concepts are so that you lay out the stepping stones educationally in an order that makes sense and that allows you to know exactly where your students are and when they're ready for the next one. Now, we talked last week about how that helps you plan and create a student notebook. Really having those stages or whatever your concepts are helps at almost every turn as a teacher, I find. For example, the first time I see a student, it's in an interview and they come in playing some pieces. Then I find out what their reading level is, and then I look through their big stack of books, some of which they have finished and some maybe they haven't done at all yet, and I look to see if there's anything usable that they haven't finished yet. If I find something that looks interesting that I think I might consider using, it's easy enough to figure out what the stage is because I know very well what the concepts are in those 6 stages. So it's just a matter of opening about 2 or 3 pages and I know immediately what stage that is. So I can make myself a sticky note and put it on their planning page or write it later into the repertoire list where it would be suitable so I don't forget about it. The other thing would be when you have a teaching day of 5, 6, 7 students, if I were still doing that, I would have some kind of, and remotely, I would have some kind of box or milk crate. Now they have milk crates with the ledges where you can put hanging folders in and have a hanging folder for each of the stages or the sections of the stages. And so that it's easy to reach down and grab the books that you need and put them back and drop them back in and go forward with your next lesson. And I would think nothing of taking time at the end of a lesson to do that. I remember my college professor, as conscientious as he was, he would, after an hour lesson, take the last 5 minutes and run upstairs and check his mailbox. He just needed to get out and clear his head. And so, take 3 minutes. I think we need to start on time. Parents are looking maybe over our shoulders to see if we're starting on time. But, finishing 3 minutes early, if you need to do that to shuffle the music for the next student, I really don't see a problem with that. The other thing is choosing music for competitions and recitals. Those are big decisions. I work at my students' reading level, and I choose competition music and recital music that's at their reading level. And I've gotten burned a couple of times, but generally speaking, I choose music that's in the stage or the level where I'm working with them. And so since I know the stages really well and what early and late intermediate looks like and early advanced, I look at the competition list, and knowing where my student is, I look for that spot and then find pieces in that category. And that's what I find works for me. So I hope that's helpful. Take care.